Good afternoon, lovely people. I really hope you're good. I hope you're well. So, my health talks this week, I'm actually doing two health talks and I'm doing an instructor help talk as well on prolapse. But the first one today is a big one, and it's probably one of the ones that most of you are interested in if you are going through the menopause yourself, or if you are working with clients who are going through the menopause and really suffering. So, hot flashes and night sweats are one of the most common symptoms of the menopause. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to tell you why they happen and then what triggers them, ways in which you can try to obviously prevent them from happening, because they can be completely demoralizing. They affect a lot of women, with regards to your health, with regards to your mental health, with regards to your self-esteem, all of these kind of things. So hopefully this is going to give you quite a lot of information. And if you've got any questions about anything that I'm saying, then please, please, please feel free to message me either privately. If you're on the Fit Female Project, you can message in the WhatsApp group. Or if you want to comment on this video, then absolutely you can. It's entirely up to you. So I just want to make sure, because I don't think I've got anyone on the live currently at the moment. So I'm just going to do a little check on my phone and make sure that that's working, that that's come through. Perfect. That's all good. Hi, Lorraine. Good to have you on board this afternoon. Okay, so let's go through first of all what they are. So, what is a hot flash? All right. So, first of all, I'm going to go through kind of like what they are so that you understand. Like I said, they are one of the most common symptoms of the menopause. And if you have experienced one before, then you know that. What the symptoms are like and how uncontrollable they can be. Hot flashes are sudden, intense feeling of heat in the face and the upper part of the body. I know with my friend who's going through the menopause very early, you can physically see it coming up all the way through her. So it can be accompanied by an increase in heart rate, profuse sweating, feeling of weakness, nausea, dizziness, and anxiety. A hot flash is often followed by a flush, leaving, the person with reddened skin, drenched in sweat, and feeling cold. The duration of a hot flash episode varies from every woman, but it can typically last between 30 seconds and a few minutes. So while they are unbearable at times, there are ways in which many women can actually stop them and treat them, but they don't really realize that they can do this. They think it's just part and parcel of going through the menopause. So you can absolutely, definitely treat them. 10 to 15% of women experience such severe hot flashes that they actually have to seek medical attention during the hot flash or after it. So why does it happen? Well, there's quite a few different causes of a hot flash, but mainly it's the predominant reduction of estrogen within a woman's body. It can also massively be linked to healthy habits, diet, and medication, which is what we talk about on the Fit Female Project a lot, where you can actually implement healthy habits, good diet, good amount of hydration, being aware of supplementation that can actually then help. So, you can deal with the things that you can obviously control. So during the menopause, and this can happen perimenopausal or obviously during the menopause, there is a decreased level of estrogen, and hormone imbalances significantly impact the brain's internal thermostat regulator. So with regards to this thermostat, if you imagine you've got an internal thermostat, like you have a thermostat, within your house or anywhere, this internal thermostat falsely believes that the body is too hot. The brain then reacts by sending signals to the heart, blood vessels, and nervous system to cool down. So, subsequently, this sudden activity produces a sensation of a hot flash. And like I said, it can happen anywhere between a few seconds to a few minutes longer. And it can actually take up to, um, you know, half an hour for people to actually feel kind of normal again, really. So it, like I said, it can be completely demoralizing. And I know for my friend, she gets completely embarrassed when it happens, and she can feel like, she doesn't want to go out, doesn't want to do anything because she doesn't know when it's going to happen. Um, so if we think about, like I said, the main culprit being this change of level, lowered estrogen within the body, that can be a huge cause of the hot flashes. Other causes can be things like certain medication. Sometimes medication can actually cause a person to experience a hot flash. And that can be quite common as well with anyone who's going through IVF treatment. When you're going through IVF, you will actually put into a false state of menopause, and that medication that you're on, that the amount of injections you're having, can actually, cause you to experience hot flashes and night sweats from there. Some drugs, like I said, medication, other medications. So there's an osteoporosis drug that can also cause hot flashes. There's a breast cancer drug that can also cause hot flashes as well. And then there are certain actually diseases that can cause them. So anyone who suffers with panic disorder, if you've got an infection within your body, obesity can cause hot flashes, diabetes, thyroid disease, and certain cancers can also cause them. So it's important to recognize that as well, that you might be experiencing it if you've got any of those conditions. So let's talk about now the big thing you want to know is how you can stop it. Well, there's several approaches that a woman could take. The most preferable solution would be to manage them naturally rather than have to take more medication or anything like that. So what you need to try and do is, you know, try and stop the triggers that can happen with regards to the hot flash. So identifying what triggers your hot flash can be hugely beneficial. So if you kept a diary of the foods that you ate and the activities that you do that may trigger a hot flash, then you can soon identify what triggers and how to avoid them and how to manage them better. So your main sort of triggers that can cause it are alcohol, caffeine, diet pills, spicy foods, smoking, saunas, obviously, if you're increasing your body temperature, and a warm environment as well. Um, and I think it's important then, if you can try and learn your body's triggers, you can then use maybe alternative supplementation, or, use herbal remedies to help rebalance those hormone levels and stop those hot flashes. Of course, you can, seek alternative medicines and speak to your GP if they're getting really, really severe. So you can have a little look at speaking to them and seeing whether or not that makes a difference. So the big things that we need to think about with regards to our hot flash is actually treatment with regards to the first things that we can control, which are lifestyle changes. So with regards to your lifestyle changes, definitely, think about the fact of, what you might have within your lifestyle that might be making these worse. And while this method is virtually risk free, it does require a great amount of self-discipline and commitment. So, you know me, always talking about diet, nutritious diet, keeping a healthy diet should not be underestimated when in hot flash. So Thinking about, what you're eating. As a woman, you should be choosing your healthy fats, your slow release carbohydrates, your lean protein. So, you are making sure you are getting a really nutritious diet to help balance those hormones. I would definitely be thinking about things like, you know, the ways in which, again, the body's own estrogen levels can help to restore. So remember, your estrogen levels have dropped. That's what's causing the hot flash. There are certain foods that actually have got their own natural estrogens in them. Things like soybeans, any soy products, flax, lentils, chickpeas, yams, garlic. These all have um, their own estrogens, plant-based estrogens within them to help boost those up. Vitamin E also helps to maintain healthy blood vessels and can significantly reduce the severity and frequency of your hot flashes. So, foods that are really high in vitamin E are things like sweet potato, almonds, spinach, sunflower seeds, broccoli are going to be your go-tos. Vitamin C is a potent antioxidant and can be found again to help to strengthen blood vessels and prevent hot flashes. Vitamin C you always associate with your oranges, but your berries, kiwi fruit, bell peppers, broccoli, dark green leafy vegetables high in vitamin C. Water, water, water. On Fit Female Project, I am constantly reminding you about increasing your water. Water during the menopause transition can help dehydration and help to aid reducing these hot flashes. General recommendation is that you need to be having at least a minimum of 2 liters of water per day in order for you to be able to stay hydrated. And then being aware of the foods that then can trigger, like I said, the hot flash. So really trying to avoid alcohol, caffeine, spicy foods, especially if you suffer your hot flash in the evening, which we will know as a night sweat. So these two are the same thing. They just happen at different times of the day. And your night sweats obviously can be brought on massively if you are having a high amount of alcohol in your diet, high amount of caffeine, especially in the evening, and spicy food. So thinking about having things, like I said, that are going to help instead to boost your natural estrogen levels up, which are, like I said, your soy products, your flax, your lentils, your chickpeas, your yams, your garlic. Vitamin E increased, vitamin C increased, and upping your water instead. The other lifestyle habit that you definitely could think about doing for hot flashes and for night sweats is regular exercise. And you might think this is crazy because although exercise actually gets you warm, a lot of women and studies have actually shown that women who exercise regularly experience less hot flashes and report lower severity and duration of the individual episodes. So, if you think about the type of exercise that you do, your training essentially should compromise of aerobic exercise, but nothing too intense. So, steady state cardio, things like cycling, dancing, cross trainer, steady, lots of walking, jogging, but nothing too high intense. And then definitely you need muscular strength exercise with your resistance bands. Your weights are going to help to massively improve your bone density as well. And of course, Pilates and yoga are great, great options. Always exercise in well ventilated spaces because, again, that's going to help to cool the body down. Think about air conditioning if you're in a studio space or anything like that. Maybe exercise outdoors if the weather is really, really warm. And what I would definitely think about for a middle aged woman experiencing, you know, hot flashes and night sweats is stay away from extreme physical activity. So you want to pull away from, high intensity interval training that's going to be blitzing you beyond belief. You want to stay away from high intensity aerobic exercise, where you're jumping excessively or doing any extreme sports. Um, and then thinking about wholesome habits that definitely you can complement your diet and your exercise with will help to keep those hot flashes at bay. So lowering your stress levels down, ladies. Prolonged stress elevates cortisol, which keeps your body in your fight and flight mode. It increases perspiration, breathing, and heart rate, and it provokes your hot flashes. Common stress relief could include meditation, breath work, acupuncture, aromatherapy, yoga, Pilates. Quitting smoking and reducing alcohol, reducing excess caffeine, again, can hugely reduce your hot flash. Smokers have been observed actually that to have more drastic, uneven ratios of estrogen and androgens, and that is linked to your hot flashes. So, women who smoke generally or vape generally have worse hot flashes and night sweats than those who don't. Um, and learning coping strategies with regards to things like, trigger avoidance can also come handy when a hot flash is about to strike. So, wearing breathable fabrics, avoiding synthetic clothing, using a cold compress, making sure, like, you are well ventilated, adjusting your thermostat in your house to come down. So, essentially, you are not, putting yourself in a really warm environment straight away. No problem, ladies. Let me know if there's any questions over the things that we can control with regards to our healthy habits, to do with our diet, to do with our exercise. But I'm also going to just give you a few supplements just to be aware of that can really, really help. So these are kind of alternative treatments with regards to your hot flashes that can, really, really help. So thinking about, your plant-based supplements, and I have spoken about these in our WhatsApp group for our Fit Female project. Black black colesh, ginseng, or red clover. These also all contain estrogen components, and first of all, these herbs do treat underlying estrogen imbalances behind hot flashes, but by introducing these plant-based estrogens into the body, they can result as well of helping the side effects from them. So again, you might want to look at using those supplementation that's going to help to balance definitely your hormones. In our WhatsApp group, I did tell you about 3 other supplements that I'm currently taking, and I'm not taking them for hot flashes or menopause. I'm actually taking them for PMS and for heavy periods and my endometriosis. But I use these, and these absolutely massively can be used within the menopause as well. So this is curcumin, um, ashwagandha, and then your moringa as well. And these are really strong supplements that can also really help. If you're in my WhatsApp group, then you'll know I've given a voice note on all of these, and I've actually put the little JPEG cards up so you can have a little look at them. I get mine from a company called Super Botanic. They do work on a referral scheme. So if you refer to a friend, you will get a discount. So you can have a little look at that as well. You might want to share that within our group and have a little look. But those supplements, again, can be really, really beneficial with help just to balancing, increasing estrogen, but also balancing everything else out and dealing with those night sweats and those hot flashes. So I hope that's given you some information, ladies. I hope that's given you, some ideas of things that could trigger it, things to try and prevent, especially in the evening, especially if you suffer with your night sweat. Definitely, you can actually get cool pillows, you can get cool duvets, sleeping with your window open, maybe using a fan that might help. But if you can reduce how hot your body, your core temperature gets before you go to bed, that will also make a huge difference. So try not to eat really spicy foods before you go to bed. Avoid the alcohol because it naturally increases your body temperature. Avoid caffeine definitely after 3 o'clock, because again, that can increase your core temperature, increase the actual symptoms and the side effects, but also are more likely to bring on a hot flash or a night sweat. Um, and then managing, like I said, your hydration and your diet, and think about bringing in those foods that are going to help naturally increase your estrogen so that you don't experience the bad side effects. Every woman's different. As I said, every symptom will be different. But if you can control the controllables, you are, really putting yourself at a much, much better advantage with dealing with these things. Obviously, I'm not anti HRT at all, and I'm actually really pro HRT, but there's no point seeking medical help if you are not putting in the groundwork yourself with being able to control the controllables. So sort your diet out first, ladies. Sort your hydration, sort your stress levels out. See if you can bring in some natural remedies for supplementation, and then of course then look to HRT if you need it. You might find that actually you can manage your symptoms really well with these things. But like I said, it's consistency, it's going to take perseverance, it's going to take control, and you've got to be committed to doing this. It's not something that you can just pop in and pop out. But a lot of women out there, they experience, terrible, terrible symptoms of the menopause. And then you look at their diet and you look at their alcohol levels and you look at their caffeine levels and you look at the exercise that they either do or don't do. And then you think, right, well, no wonder. So, look after you, make the choices that you can make, and you will hopefully be putting yourself a much higher advantage to start controlling these hormones that are all out of whack for you. Please let me know if there's any questions at all, gang. But otherwise, thank you for listening today. And I hope that's been insightful for you. I hope that's been helpful. And I'm always here. I'm always here to help and support. So, if you need any help or you want to message me privately, then absolutely please do. I'll be live, gang, in literally 5 minutes, and I'm going to be doing our Dirty 30 workout, which is a great weight-based muscular endurance workout where we do 30 seconds of upper body, 30 seconds of lower body, and we put the two together, which is going to give you a great, great workout, ideal for anyone going through perimenopausal symptoms or menopause. Thanks so much, Sarah. Take care, everyone, and I will hopefully see you and hear from you real soon.